I will leave my guys, cause
Janet, why are you leaving? Why are you leaving me?
I'm so tired now.
Oh my God.
I'm so tired of you.
Don't leave. Stay, I need you.
I'm done here. I will go back home. I
Janet's
will go
living.
back home to Dumaguete. Mike wants here in Cebu. Okay, fine.
Don't leave me.
Oh, bye.
Don't bye, stay.
Hey, where's my phone?
Oh, you're no good.
Ah, yeah, you have to. Okay. I just checked if I have already.
Janet, stay, don't leave.
I will leave you.
Janet's leaving me.
Bye, guys.
Janet's leaving me.
Bye, honey.
No, honey.
I don't have none.
You, no honey, no money. Did you take the money?
Yeah, I don't have. I haven't.
Do you have my debit cards?
Yes, of course. How can I go home if no debit card for me?
Janet,
Yes. What?
where are you going?
Going back home.
Oh no.
Go back to
Don't leave.
Dumaguete.
No, leave.
Bye.
Don't leave, girls. Don't leave me.
Bye, guys.
We're done, Mike.
Don't leave me.
We need you.
Why?
We don't need you no more.
I'm done of you.
You're done with me.
I will go.
You go. Don't leave. Don't leave me.
I will leave you. I will go back home.
You not come back no more?
Yeah.
She's leaving. She's leaving. What am I going to do now? Hey guys, Jan and I were just having some fun with that little video you saw. Everything is good with us. She went back to Dumaguete, her and Mary. They have to get her passport, and I'm going to stay in Cebu for a few more days. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about a divorce bill that is in the Senate. And I also want to talk about this girl that swallowed, or tried to swallow, $300 US. Now I'm hoping it was just three $100 bills so it would go down easy. I'd hate to see if it was a bunch of 20s. And American money is dirty. Wow, I would never put that in my mouth. She works for the Office of Transportation Security, and she works at the x-ray machine. She's a screener, and this Chinese gentleman was going through the x-ray machine by himself, you know, where you walk through. And while he was going through there, she reached into his bag, got his wallet, took $300 out of it, put his wallet back in the bag. Now, the gentleman, when he was done through the x-ray machine, he came back and said, hey, somebody was in my bag and opened my wallet and took money. When that happened, this woman tried to put the money in her mouth to swallow it. I don't know if she was trying to hide the evidence. I don't know if that's how she was going to try and get it out of the airport. You know, like, you know, remember when we were kids and you'd swallow a coin and then you'd poop it out later? Is that what she's going to do with that paper money? I don't think so. But there's a lot of videos, and I'm sure you've seen it, where she's drinking water and trying to chew this money. Now, she is suspended from the job. And also, 3 or 4 other screeners are also under suspension during the investigation. Now, this happens more often than you think. And I still think it's safe to come in through security. I believe the security is targeting Asian men more than they are Western men. We are more vocal. We are more, we won't take shit. If somebody reaches into your bag and starts taking money, you're going to start screaming. You're going to be calling for security. You're going to be calling for the police. You're going to be calling for their supervisor. You're going to stop the whole line. You're going to stop the process until you get the matter resolved. I don't know if that's in the Asian culture, and these security people or screeners, these screeners are doing it more than security, are taking advantage of the more timid Asian male that comes through the security line. Are they picking out just timid older men? I don't know, but it seems like it, because the last 3 reports of theft at the airport was money from a Thai gentleman and a watch from a Chinese person. Those were just Asian. I have yet to see any of these reports where it involved an American or a Canadian. But not saying it doesn't happen, but it just seems more likely they're picking on more timid Asian men. Now, there's a Facebook page for the Office of Transportation Security, and I'll pull that up for you. You can see it here on the screen. If you want to go check them out, it's on Facebook. They have a lot of different articles about things that have happened, negative and positive, and how they're trying to clean their act, I guess. The people have uniforms now with no pockets, so it's harder for them to steal, but you know, there's plenty of orifices, plenty of places to hide things, and especially when people are working together in a group. And in this instance here, it was her, and I think at least 3 other screeners were involved in this incident. Information from the Office of Transportation Security, and they have an enhanced internal cleansing program. It started in July of 2022, and their stats are up to September 21st, 2023. And what they have is, you know, they're monitoring their people. They changed the uniform, like I said, so they don't have any pockets. They have 68 is the number of personnel with administrative cases against them. And these, you know, I don't know if this is like theft or being late to work, but they have 68 different people with administrative cases. They had 11 people so far dismissed from service in this little bit over a year. There's 24 individuals under legal review. 7 have been suspended. 3 have been reprimanded. And you know, this big one, 16 have gotten a stern warning. So that stern warning, I'm sure that really scares those guys. So go ahead and check out their Facebook page, get some information. My suggestion to you guys coming over here, put your money in your pocket. When I came here, I put all my money in an envelope. And maybe you want to do 2 envelopes. And I put it in my pocket as I walked through the Manila airport. I was never asked to empty my pockets. They gave you the tray, and I reached in my pocket and I put my keys there. I put coins, my cell phone, these kind of things that would go off going through the metal detector. But paper money doesn't set off the metal detector. So I walked through the metal detector with the money in my pocket. I never left that out of my possession. So if somebody wants to see it and they want to count it, raise hell. Get a lot of security there, get administrative people there, get management, get their boss. But I've never seen anywhere where they've counted the money. And everybody I talk to that comes to the Philippines, I've yet to hear anybody tell me that they had to count their money out. So I'll put her picture up one more time. You see how she's shoving it in her mouth. And she denied doing it. This is the thing. They got her on CCTV, closed circuit television. They got photos of her. They got the individual that she victimized saying it was her. She's got a mouthful of money, and she's been suspended. But the other ones are suspended while under review. She is just permanently suspended, or I guess that's the first step in firing her. Let's hope they file criminal charges against her. To get this to stop, they need to be putting these people in jail. Now let's get on to talking about divorce. So let's talk about this divorce bill. Every year it seems like there's another divorce bill coming up. It's getting closer and closer to passage. As younger politicians get into office, more women are getting into office. This divorce bill is getting closer to passing. Let's take a look at this bill and the grounds to file for absolute divorce. Now this is Committee Report 124, Section 5, the grounds. 5 years of separation, commission of a crime of rape by one spouse against the other, physical violence, or grossly abusive conduct. A final decree of divorce obtained in a foreign jurisdiction by any Filipino citizen, regardless of who they marry. Irreconcilable marital differences, irreparable breakdown of the marriage. A marriage annulment or dissolution duly authorized by a church or religious entity. Well, that's, an annulment granted to you by the church. Just like any other bill, it's in the Senate, and they have to debate it and decide if they're going to vote on it or not, or make changes to the bill. We'll find out in due time, but be aware that this bill is going through. And as I've watched the news and these senators are being interviewed, starting to make comments like, it's time to stop the Filipino people from suffering in a marriage that they can't stand, suffering in a marriage where there's only one person there because the other person deserted them. It's time to let these people start a new life and let them be happy. Here, the government is starting to say, we want our people to be happy. And if they're in a bad relationship, they're in a bad marriage, we need to give them a way out. And this bill is probably the right way to go. And I hope it passes. I hope it passes soon. It might be a few more years. They might have to go through a few more people coming into the Senate and leaving the Senate. But I think this time around, it has a good chance of passing. Also, it's going to eliminate that high cost of the annulment. The cost for an annulment here in the Philippines is high. It's 5, 6, 7,000 US, and there's no guarantee that it's going to get granted. And how is that going to affect us even more? Well, say you marry a Filipina and this law goes into effect. There's statutes in this bill for filing for spousal support, filing for child support. And as a foreigner, if you're here and this divorce bill comes into effect and you're married and you get divorced and you're living here in the Philippines, you're going to have to pay child support. You're going to have to pay spousal support. Just like it could be ruled against you in the U.S. or your home country where you have to pay financial spousal support or child support. So there are some things that are going to affect us, but I don't know when this bill is going to pass. I've seen bills like this come through the Senate before, but now the Senate, more and more people are talking this time. Older senators are saying it's time for the Filipino people to be happy. If they're in a bad marriage, to go ahead and move on with their life, find a significant other, a new partner, a new husband, a new wife, and enjoy life. So many people are unhappy because they're stuck in a dead-end marriage. So they're starting to look out for the happiness of the Filipino people. And being able to divorce from a bad situation is going to make people happy. I don't know if this bill is going to pass, but it seems to be more and more women in the Senate, more and more young people in the Senate, and more people who are starting to care about the everyday person. So let's hope this passes. I'm going to root for it. I'm not taking sides. I'm not asking anybody how they're going to vote. I'm not going to follow what individual votes or doesn't vote, but it's a solid bill going through the Senate, and I personally hope it passes. Let me know what you think about this divorce bill going through. I'll leave a link to a couple videos about this bill and some comments from some senators down below in the description area. Again, let me know what you think. And again, the beginning of the video is just a lot of fun with me and Janet. We are not thinking of divorce. We are very happy together. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time.